Hello Ollie, can you hear me? Raid! Hey Hark! You want me to keep talking? You don't want me to shut up? How is my voice compared to the music level? Hey Nuke! Yes mate. That is fine. How about now? Because this is all completely new. If it doesn't work, I have a backup. As I say, this is all new, so it's not just Twitch being new, but I have a new old mic. So if you want me to switch back to a headset, that's fine. I have it all ready. Thanks Nuke, I owe you a pint. So that's better. Let me know if it isn't, and I'll switch it. But we'll start. Cool, then let's go. I'm glad you can hear it. So anybody that was here for part 4 knows we escaped Midgar, and I've done all the flashback stuff at Calm, and so actually wandering the world map for the first time. So again, anybody who knows this game probably knows what's going to happen next, but I aim to get to, I don't know, Junon, maybe even across the river or across the sea to get there. Hey Harvey, how you doing? I'm glad you can join us again. Thanks for your and Ollie's help during the Bloodborne prep that I did the other day. That was really helpful, thank you. So again, there's a lot of people that won't have been here before. Who of you have and who of you have not played this game? Well, that was easy. Again, I did do a bit of grinding earlier today, so again, all this kind of hey quick. I just want to say well done, 50 followers. You're in the over 50 club. Harvey, no, I'm not watching the Manchester Derby. There are things that are more important, and I can already see how it's going to go. Again, I could always just move the mic a bit closer to me. Yeah, again, I probably should have done a test before we actually did this, but I was too busy being entertained by Mr. Quickhatch. And Dolly coming through in the clutch there. How's that quick? Is that better? I say all I did is just move the mic closer to me. But say this is a brand new setup, so for those who don't know, I've been using YouTube to stream everything that I've done so far, and this is the first time that I'm using Twitch. I've been coerced by Quick and Tiny to do so. So it's going to enter the Chocobo farm, and first thing I need to do is talk to this fella. Watch the dance. Harvey, don't lie to me. Lingard's not even playing, he's on the bench. He's only scored 1 goal in over a year, and that was against Tranmere. I don't think he's getting a hat-trick. He's a bad footballer. Right, so you may think, what the hell was the point of that? They're going to give us some materia, which we're actually not going to bother using, but I just like to collect it. So the point of the chocobo farm is just that we need eventually to catch one, and we need to get some materia from the chocobo bills. Yeah, quick. I don't think I don't hold out much hope for you. I mean, I would love it if you did beat them, but I don't think you're gonna. Oh, so round, so Nuke versus Quick, it's on. So I hope everybody enjoyed Quick's stream. It's great again. Only one down so far, and that's it. It's only going to be one. That we have confidence in the commander. We need to go to the farm. And the worst thing is, I know loads of Liverpool fans, and they're all really good people, and that makes it even worse. Righty, so we need to speak to this guy. Give me one. Oh, I've just realised I forgot to tag Access Army TV on being in the doghouse. Oh well. How do I catch one? We need some materia. So again, normally I wouldn't have the chat at the side of the screen, but instead I'm trying to keep everything onto one screen to make it easier for me to actually speak to you guys rather. I mean, I've got the laptop up as well, but hey. I can barely task, I just never mind multitask. Thanks everybody for the follows. So it looks like I owe Harkness a pint, I owe Nuke a pint, I owe Blue a pint, I owe Quick a pint. Who else do I owe a pint? Adam, thank you. Peyton, thanks dude. I owe you all a pint. Pints all round. I know, Ollie. I know, you're already subbed. Well, not subbed, followed. You know what I mean. Right. Let's get down to business. Let's buy it. Let's get this stuff done. Harvey, you do get... Of course you do. You and Ollie really helped out with the Bloodborne thing the other day. Tanya, I think you were the first follower. Certainly the first to friend me. I know Vlad did too. Oh, Nuke, you got comment 69. I wasn't paying attention. I should have. Yes. Let's see, did I buy it? And we also need some greens. So we'll get plenty of these. As Edward's watched this before knows, I like to get things by multiples of 10. So I've got 10, even though we're probably going to need one or two of them. So I can't just have one of these fine birds. I have to actually go and get one. I have to catch one myself. So you basically have to stand on the world map where these are. You have to throw some greens to a chocobo that appears, and then defeat all the other enemies that are in there. And of course, typically, one doesn't arrive first time. Oh well. So, Quick, Tiny, do I need to do the disclaimer? Ooh, sick damage, Barrett. Don't need nuts. Is that phrasing, Ollie? Who knows? I'm sure you'll tell me if it is. But we don't need them. We just need the greens. Otherwise, try to save the greens for 420, hey? Yes, that victory fanfare is very satisfying, especially when you get to the tough bosses later on. Oh, you could probably make anything phrasing. I would imagine so. The dirtier the mind, the more obvious the phrasing. So I don't know if it speaks to how your mind works. Well, we've got 15 people here. That's the most I've ever had. Thank you, guys. Hopefully I can actually keep you awake before young Tiny Flamingo tries to send us all off to sleep a bit later, purposefully, with Greece. It is Greece, isn't it? The return. I've just realised what I didn't do. I need to equip the materia to attract the chocobos. Right, now we can get this done. And the point of the choco lure materia is we need a choco to cross a marsh. Oh, here we go. Otherwise, a very powerful enemy is going to take us out. And then we'll get a game over. And as this isn't Dark Souls or Bloodborne, we can't be doing with any of these game overs. Bastard, run off. He was too quick. Too quick. So we ended up healing an enemy instead. Oh well, that was pro playing, that was. I suppose at least you get to enjoy the choco music for a little bit longer. Hey Honest, thanks for following me, man. You also get a pint. Those are the rules. Oh, we've got a new limit break. What is it? Oh look, Eris is sad. She doesn't know the half of what's coming. Limit break. No, I just want to check it first. That's not it. We don't want it. We're going to keep healing wind. Yeah, so if you try and cross the marsh without Arnold being a choco, you have to face the Midgard Zalim, and he's way, way above our level for this stage of the game. You can come back and smash him. Of course you can have a Guinness quick. You just got to remind me. Hey Lefrassel, how you doing? Thanks for coming in to watch. Hopefully you can stay awake. I know, I thought I would play through FF7 and try and get through it by the time that the remake comes out. No pressure there. So actually the month's delay was good for me in that regard. We could do with healing. Well, that's because of everybody that was coming to watch you quick. Thank you, Lefrassel. I owe you a pint, and also Resecure89. I owe you a pint too. Hopefully I can borrow some money from my wife. Ollie, I'm just stealing follows from the Over 50s Club. So thank you all for blazing a trail for me and others to follow. Hopefully we can sort out Emma's meds and she can... That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Hopefully she can find out how they sort her out and she can get back to streaming too. You never know, in the future we might have young Dion returning because he's also a pro. Did that give me any time? I know, Blue, but it's all worth it, isn't it? To have a laugh, have some fun, and get the drinks flowing. Nuke, if you want to be part of the Access Army, then you are. I think, isn't that the rule? Call me crazy, we've not had to ban anybody, have we? I'd hope not. Everybody seems very, very supportive. So from my point of view, thank you. That's it. I'm going to have to save up, Adam. Hey Bernie-Cam, thanks for the follow, dude. Right, let's get this Choco sorted. The thing is, we have to make sure we don't attack himself. Don't attack him too. Thanks, Jarvis. Thanks for popping in. I know you don't want to know what's happening, but thank you very much for coming along anyway. I think just because I've thrown a green to the chocolate doesn't mean it'll stick around. Quick, I'm going to try and go. Definitely going to try. I think a lot of people would like to, and I know that Sadie's just waiting for confirmation of when the event's actually happening, because I know she's trying to sort out a lot of things for everybody. Hey, we've got it. So I can only ride this. Yes, I know, Ollie, I can only ride this chocobo until I get it off, okay? You can clip that if you want. But yeah, so you will see a shadow on the ground in a second, and we need to avoid it at all costs. There he is. Because if we fight him, we will die. But now we're safe. We can do that bit. I thought about going to EGX last year, just because I knew that they would have the FF7 remake on demo, and also because Access were there. But if people are going to meet up, then I'm definitely up for it. And I know I've spoken to Greg about going out for a drink at some point, just because he's fairly close. We can meet somewhere in the middle. But again, if people wanted to meet up before October, I'll be well up for it if we could do. Yeah, Sephiroth did do this. Although this doesn't make any sense. So that thing that we were running away from earlier, that's what that is. So how could we run away from it if it was there? But there you go. Adam, it is over a weekend, so if you get weekends off, you could always pop in, or it's running over 3 days. But we're going to save it. Just so I managed to actually get through the marsh. Well, there you go, there's an incentive to go. We will find out the true identity of Tiny Flamingo. So you better get saving. And I need to bake a cake apparently as well. Another cake. But if it's one of your top 5 games of all time, I'm sorry if I butcher it for you. Yes, that would be a surprise if I saw. Unless Quick wears a mask, we'll see him too. Oh, long range materia, we could do with that, or we'll give it to Barrett. Let's get rid of the poison, I never use it. But yes, apparently we're going to have people coming from across the pond. It's very good of them to make an effort. I know, it'll be awesome. Yes, Quick, we will hold you to that with your XCOM cosplay. Well, only I could butcher it if I get game overs. Righty. I could have done with an all-spell really on Aeris. Hold on. I mean, there'll be plenty. I imagine there'll be plenty of people dressed up of all kinds of things. So, going as a flamingo or an XCOM character, I'm sure you understand that much. Well, once you actually get to the place, walking through the streets of London, you might, but I'm sure they're used to all kinds of things. Phrasing. Definitely phrasing. And also we'll have to be very careful of those that have dietary requirements. Yes, that victory fanfare is so, again, so satisfying. I think we have to go down here first. Yeah, there we are. Oh, Adam, I'm jealous. Food chat, food chat. What have you got, fella? What have you ordered? No, here we have a cutscene. This is the Turks. If we had noise emojis, actually, could you get that with your remotes? People that are now Twitch pros, when you do your remotes and things, do you get sounds that go with it? Because I'd love to reserve the victory fanfare music. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for popping in anyway, and yeah, thank you for your stream earlier, and well done for 50 followers. If you could come back, that'd be grand. And also, there's a stream on after me. I hear. Why chess? Chess is good, as long as you can play it, as long as you have practice. So again, a little chess story. I used to play a lot as a kid. My dad used to play against me even from when I was like 2 or 3, and I could not beat him. It took me until I was about 27, 28 to finally beat him. Oh, Adam, you've ordered Chinese and you can't eat it. You masochist. You can share it out. What did you order? It's okay, Tiny. We'll all be learning with how we're using this. I don't know. They say this is a completely new setup for me. Everything is different. Obviously, the actual playing the game is a bit that makes sense, and it still sounds good to me. So we have a chess guru here. We have a chess master in Nuke with his tricksy ways. So basically, with this scene, we're just being introduced to Elena. We've seen Sang before, and she has a bit of a habit of dropping information that she shouldn't do. So, like this. She just tell you where they're going, and this is where we're going to go as well. So again, for people that know this game, I'm not going to Fort Condor yet to do the mini game there. I think I don't have the fun. I do have good funds, but I don't have enough, I don't think, to finish that now. I'll do it later on when we need the huge materia. Hey Bennycam, you're always welcome. We're always looking for people to stream that. The schedule is really clear now that we have lots of newly qualified affiliates. So we've got an affiliate sandwich. So we had Quick before me, we've got Tiny after me, and then so it's basically a shit sandwich. Stay ahead of it. That's not going to happen, matey. That's not going to happen at all. Actually, I should have gone. Hey Dion, thank you for following me, friend. I owe you a pint. Now, I believe that time is due to start at 9:30 GMT. Thanks, Ollie. You've got the faith, mate. One of us has to. So basically, with me, anybody that doesn't know, I generally play FF7 for a couple of hours on a Wednesday night. I say I'm looking to play this until the remake comes out. Hopefully, I'll have finished it by then. And then the choice will basically be up to you. To you guys, do you want to see me stream the next game in the series, FF8, or do you want me to do the remake? And I also stream sometimes on a Tuesday as well. That's it, we'll just attack him. Yes, at 9:30 our time we'll all be able to kick back and relax with Flamingo and chill. Although I've had a nap this afternoon, so I don't think I'll be sleeping. Oh, I need to heal. Desperately need to heal. At least Barrett, anyway. No worries, Lifrasol. It was just good to see you. Thank you very much for coming along. We have 23 people in the chat at the moment. Thank you, every single one of you. I really appreciate it. That's mental. So, who here is going to get the remake when it comes out? And is that because you've played the original and love it that much that you're going to get it? Or is it just because it's new and there's so much hype around it you're going to get it anyway? And who's just not interested at all? Who's the super? Me? I'm the super mod. I don't know about that. But I will be awake for a while. My plan was to do some work this afternoon. Well, I did some all morning until about 1. And then after that, I just completely conked out, could not stay awake, so I thought, well, let's embrace the sleep, get a couple of hours, and then I'll be all ready for now, for Quick Catch's stream, for your stream, and I can muddle my way through mine. I would also love the demo blue. I want it now. I want it yesterday. But unfortunately I'm not getting it. And all of you that haven't played before, I suppose you could always watch me stream it, and if you want my feedback, I can already tell you what I'm going to think when it comes out, is that I love it and I want it. Well, as I say, you're all welcome to come and watch me play the game. Play the games. I know, Harkness, I want it. Although, to be fair, the backlog is real, and I have many games on the go. I have this on the go. I started Borderlands 2 last week. I bought DBZ Kakarot and I'm really enjoying that, and I also have Bloodborne to get through, and I know Tiny's desperate for me to play Nier Automata as well. Blue, I misread that for a second. When it said Giggly, I thought it meant Jiggly. I thought he was getting his top off again. Only Borderlands 2 was great, the 2 or so hours that I played, apart from me wandering into level 30 areas at the very beginning. So we're about to go into Junon, and you're about to find out what I mean, but I apologise in advance for the dolphin. It takes a while usually for this. Although every time we've had a mini game so far, and I said I will struggle to do this first time with the button pressing and the wire jumping, I've managed to do it, but I won't get this one done first time. It's just not going to happen. So basically, this town, Junon, the lower town, it's like a lower version, a smaller version of Midgar, and it used to be a fishing town, and then the Shinra came along and basically just built over the top of it, so we don't need that. We don't need grenades, but we are going to get a couple of tents because I like my good numbers. So again, the townfolk here have a bit of disdain towards the Shinra, like many people do. Even the people that live in Midgar do too. We're not supposed to go here yet. Sorry guys, it's been a couple of years since I've played this. So again, people that watched part 3 will know that I spent about 15 minutes wandering around trying to get to a higher floor in the Shinra building, not realising I was just supposed to speak to one guy, and then that would have solved all of my problems. Harkness, the backlog is real. You'll never get through it. It amazed me when Sadie said the other day that she's just starting a backlog. I was like, how? How can you only just start it? Right, let's go and meet Mr. Dolphin. Oh, actually, speaking of Jarvis, if anybody hasn't done so already, please check out the charity Sunday Fun Day that she's doing It's all the information's on her Twitter page. I think it's the 9th of February. She's already raised like £500 for it, which is amazing. But if anybody else could donate, that would be grand. It is a lie. I can't remember the last time I had a completed backlog. Even at uni, I don't think I had it. It is half a grand. She's done brilliantly, done amazingly well. So yes, if anybody does have anything they want to donate, please do so. It's all for a good cause for Cancer Research UK, I believe. And I forgot we were going to have a boss battle. Okay, right, here we go. It's a good thing I leveled up, we do some good damage. Again, anybody that's seen these streams before know how much I love this boss battle music. Apparently on YouTube, if you have this on one of your videos, you don't get a copyright strike, but there is somebody that will go against you and say, oh, this is copyrighted music, only this one track for some reason. Nobody's quite been able to explain that to me quite how. But there you go. Because obviously I'm streaming on Twitch for the first time, but all the past videos that I've done, they'll still be on YouTube, and they still are, so if anybody wants to go back and see me mess up previously, then you'll be able to. And I just have to say, you brave people. Right, why didn't it break the bubble? Thanks, Ali. You come to love FF7 music from my stream, not to listen to me. I've already said if you wanted me to just shut up and be muted, then that would be fine. Maybe I have to attack him with magic. I know it's awful what's going on for her. I don't know how she can... There we go, got Barrett. I don't know what she can do to solve it, because I thought she did everything that she could the first time. It's ridiculous. And the fact that it could be somebody that's actually targeting her is even worse. Tanya, I had a bit of a play around with the settings yesterday. So if you all notice, you can see young Oliver has a green sword next to him. So yes, I do plan on sending... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Yeah, I do plan on sending everything to YouTube for storage afterwards. That wasn't supposed to happen like that. Not like this. Not like this. I realise I've actually spent most of my time actually just healing myself rather than attacking. Well, whoever it is that's doing it to it, they do not want the flamingo on them. I think in this situation, Tony, you don't have to be polite. I don't think that person deserves it. There we go. Yes, Ollie, I may have done all the hosting already, so if I'm not at home, I'm not streaming, anybody in the Access Army that is streaming, my channel will host them. So I've done it for Quick, I've done it for Tiny, I've done it for Sadie, I have done it for Dion if he ever comes back, I've done it for Naomi, I've done it for the Daddy Lawman. So yes, I've tried to do that too. I think it's basically if I had followers that weren't following the Access Army, the Over 50s Club included, that if they came along to my channel, they would then see their videos up instead of mine. So it basically just gives them another avenue into hopefully getting more followers, more viewership, and more popularity, if that was possible. So again, who knows what's coming next? Who knows this minigame? Oh, actually, I mentioned Daddy Lawman. I suppose I know he's probably not here because he's probably working. But if he sees this in the future, I'll probably say thanks very much to him for letting me ghost on both Dying Light and Arkham City, even if me being along did seem to ruin his audio coverage. But there you go. Yes, Tiny, hopefully I can help widen the audience. It's all a mutual society of help, which is good. The community is so supportive. Adam, there are no silly questions. If you don't know the answer, then you have to ask, otherwise you won't find it. Those are one of the first things I learned and had to tell people as a manager. There are no silly questions. I'd rather people ask the question and find out the answer. Otherwise, you're just going to be guessing and you might get it wrong. Yes, mouth to mouth on this little girl. This is wrong. But I suppose it is to save her life. I mean, if anything, Barrett's the biggest guy. He should have the biggest lungs, surely. And unfortunately, this is going to be a bit boring for you guys to watch because we just have to do this several times. Let the red bar fill up to the top. And breathe. And breathe. Not good enough. See, this is the good thing about having the mic on the table, is that before, when I had a headset, I couldn't really have a drink or anything like that because you would be able to hear it, but now I can just wander off. Have a drink, and that's fine. It's very much needed. Well, that's it, Ollie. I said I had to play around with the settings yesterday, just so I'd be half kind of almost prepared for what was happening, and say if I can help in any way, then I will try to. I might not always succeed, but it's the thought's there anyway. I know you mentioned the poll earlier as well, Ollie. Was that in referral to what I do after this or what I do on a Tuesday? Because I was thinking on a Tuesday I might just do either... No, I won't do DBZ Kakarot because I know that Honest is doing it and I know that Sadie mentioned doing it too. Obviously I won't do Bloodborne either because Tiny's got that nailed down, but I might do some more Borderlands or something else maybe. It's just time versus games, time versus everything. Okay. Well, fortunately, it's going to be a while. Fortunately or unfortunately, it's going to be a while before I finish this. To be fair, until we get to the end of Disc 1, or what would have been Disc 1, to be fair, that's half the game. But she needs to rest for. So where do we have to go? Oh, we need to go to sleep, I think. With this game, I think it doesn't really, to be honest, it doesn't really kick in. Why won't it let us in? It won't really kick in until we get to Nibelheim. That's when I think the story really gets up a notch. And I'm not talking about the flashback stuff that we've already done. Ollie, I'll finish this in before a year's up. It'd be a I just set myself a challenge there. I was about to say you could probably do this in a day with the 3 times feature on. We don't need to go here either. Where am I supposed to be going? We'll shut this on. You could probably finish FF7 in a day with a 3 times speed. You could probably get there. Yeah, but Tony, you have a pro with you. You have Mr. Quickhatch, who knows what he's doing and has played the game and knows where to go and has a character that can do things. See, I'm not really paying attention to the story just because I've actually played it, but It's probably better for me just to speak to you guys, to be honest. It's better for me, it's more relaxing for me to actually have this interaction with y'all. We'll rest. I owe you an E for 1. I might have a plan for E for 1. Might do. It depends on who else is streaming, I think, on a Saturday. I don't know if this came out before Pokemon did, but I think it did. But the soundtrack's brilliant. I listened to it the other day. Actually, to be fair, the first 10 games of soundtrack are pretty good for. Obviously, it gets better as it goes along. Hey, Lawman. Oh, I see you followed. Thank you very much. I owe you a pint as well. I said before, thanks very much for inviting me to ghost on your stream yesterday, and me and Greg the other night as well. I'm sorry that we ruined your audio quality, but thanks very much. It was always a pleasure. Now you guys all noticed in the background there's different type of music. And again, this little bit of text that Tifa's asking now is really, it's just a little nugget, plot point for later on that we'll find out in a bit. And it's a running theme throughout the game. Yeah, well, as long as it's okay for you and your viewers, Lawman, I'm usually up for ghosting your stream. So say if I don't ghost with you, I'll be there watching anyway. Well, hopefully I can help to relax you now that you're finally home. Who's a dweeb? It's kind of harsh, isn't it? Oh, actually, that reminds me. Sorry, Lawman. I've still got to ask. Nari about you being the Devil Master, which is still brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anybody that doesn't know, that is Lawman's one of his job titles. He is the Devil Master. So now that we saved Priscilla's life, she's going to help us out. She's going to give us some materia, I believe, which is actually useful. And then we're going to take advantage of her dolphin. Phrasing. So Shiva's a summon, a materia that... I don't know, you come along into my house, my stream, and start insulting me. I'll never stop apologising. It's okay, we'll take it because she's a cult leader. I know everything that she does is for the greater good. What phrasing? I would never. This has been checked. It is for mature viewers only. Well, not for only, but hey, Harkness, it doesn't matter. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you're lurking, you're still welcome. What you're cooking? See, it's still weird for me just getting used to your being a few seconds behind with the text. I don't think I should be here yet, should I? Yes, I should. I've never made a lemon cake before. Well, you're very welcome, Lawman. You're very welcome. I did some work this morning, and then I had a driving lesson, and then I slept. So yes, I suppose it's about time I did do something productive. Tiny, you're having a chocolate cake made for you already. You want a lemon one? You want a lemon one as well? And also, how am I supposed to get it to you? I don't live in America. I live in the country of brilliance. Adam, it's going fine. I have my test booked at the end of February, so fingers crossed it'll go fine. Oh, actually, yes, Ollie, you asked about the driving story. I suppose this is the best time to tell it, if anything. So, I've been having driving lessons, or we're going to use try and get the dolphin to take us to the top of the tower. So yeah, I have been having driving lessons since about March time, and okay, fine. Got to July. It's my instructor's birthday, and I had a lesson on his birthday in the morning, so about 10 o'clock in the morning. And again, Harvey, you might know this a little bit because you know the logistics of Telford, and nobody else does. But yes, you want both, Tiny. Well, it's still going to be difficult for me to get them to you. Yeah, I want to get to the top of the tower. Right, so yeah, have this driving lesson. The guy comes to the house, I get in the car, start driving down, missed, the P, which is kind of a dual carriageway that goes north or south to north as I'm driving through Telford towards the middle of town. Now, in the summertime, we've literally just had this new bridge built to take from the train station, which is about 5 minutes walk out of town, to the town centre, and it's cost about 10 million to make. Okay, fine, it's new, great, fantastic. So I'm driving down driving down this dual carriageway, doing 60 miles an hour, which is the limit. There's a car on my right hand side, don't think anything of it, it's all fine. Unfortunately, this bridge obviously hasn't been checked properly, because I'm about 100 yards away, and, well, no, about 200 yards away, and this massive piece of metal falls off. I'm talking maybe 5 or 6 meters wide, basically like a pillar, not a pillar, a stanchion or something. It was fairly thick, and by the time it drops, I'm about 100 yards from it. I say it's a 2-lane carriageway. There's already somebody on my right hand side, so I can't go anywhere unless I veer off the road. And even though I've got brakes and so does the instructor, we just look at each other and think, well, we're going to have to go for this. Drive over the thing, and basically rip the underside of the car completely out, go straight through the engine, all oil leaks everywhere. The piece of yeah, it was scary. The piece of metal flies up in the air. I can see it in the mirror, and it goes to the car that's behind me. They drive over it, and thankfully they were fine. Nothing happened to them. They drive over it, and it flies back up into the air again. And then the car behind them, they drive over it, and they get 2 punctures. And of course, this is my poor instructor. It's his birthday. We end up 5 minutes into the lesson, just park the car up obviously on the side of the road. He calls the police, and he calls his insurance company, that kind of thing, to get, yes, very much a happy birthday. He doesn't blame me at all, thankfully. He's a really good guy. So yeah, the 3 cars are all by the side of the road, and of course this is a learner car, so all the cars that are going past see this learner car at the front, and they must be just looking at me again, fucking idiot. Look at the damage he's caused. And it really wasn't me. It was not my fault. So yeah, that's the end of the lesson, which thankfully I wasn't charged for, which is nice. Stand by the side of the road, and after like 20 minutes or so, my instructor says to me, well, you know, you might as well go. There's no point in you sticking around. This is how it's going to be. And thankfully my parents live close to town, so I was able to just walk for 20 minutes and get to their house. Walk in through their front door and just say to my dad, listen, I need your phone, because obviously I didn't take my phone with me, but thankfully Nairi was at home, so I could actually get in the house when I got back. I just walked in through mum and dad's front door and said, I need a tenner, I need your phone for a taxi, and I need a bottle of your strongest whiskey. And bless him, my dad, even though it's like 10:30 in the morning, he was like, okay, you can have all 3. So I was fine. Poor instructor, he calls his insurance company, the towaway truck, to come and take him away. Where am I supposed to be going? See, I'm telling you the story now, I'm not actually bothering to play the game. Instructor gets his truck to come, the police turn up, obviously, because this is a major road and they're going to potentially have to close it for a bit. And they say, oh, we've got our tow truck on the way. He said, okay, that's fine, I've got mine. But theirs turns up first, and the people from the tow truck come to him, and he just says, oh, well, you know what, don't bother, I've got my own, and it's coming on its way. Unfortunately, they don't listen to him or don't pay attention, and they just touch the underside of his car. And then he said, no, you don't need, my dad is the best, Ali, he really is the best. The people, they come up to him, and he says, well, you don't need to do anything with my car, I've got it sorted, don't worry. And he said, oh no, wait, we've touched your car now, so we actually have to take it. We have to take it. He starts complaining, and because it's the police, they're like, well, no. So basically they take his car away, his tow truck comes, he gets in the tow truck and says, well, let's follow them. They follow the police to the impound where they take it. The police impound the car, he goes into the building and says, well, you've just taken my car, here's my tow truck, I want to take my car away because you wouldn't let me do it in the first place. And they say no, well, and if you want to take it, you owe us 200 quid. And at this point he's exasperated, so I didn't want you to take it in the first place, you've taken it anyway without my consent, I suppose, and now you're trying to extort me for money. So he starts arguing with him, but bear in mind, as I say, just to hammer home the point, this is his birthday and I've kind of ruined it, and I did ruin it tiny, as much as he says that I didn't. He starts shouting at them for about half an hour or so, and eventually he just gives up and he's like, you know what, fine, this is a story for another day, I'll be back. I'll pay you the £200, but I just need to go and get my wallets in the car. And at that point they turn around to him and say, no, you're not allowed to go into your car. So he couldn't pay even if he wanted to, so he had to end up calling his brother that lives about 20 miles away to come and bail him out. Happy birthday. That's the kind of friendship you'll get from me. Ollie, I did ruin it. So yeah, that was my driving lesson story. You're all welcome. So I don't suppose anything that could happen when I do pass my test, which I will definitely do it. Nothing that happens subsequently could kind of match up to that. I'm not singing this song. And when we do the parade in a little while, I always fail it, always, every single time, so don't worry. Ollie, I know it's only a mistake, but you realise that you've just put glad you were hurt. Thanks very much, man. Thanks, Adam, you got my back. Hey Kratos, thank you for following, man. I owe you a pint. No, I wasn't in any trouble. It was fine. They say he doesn't put any blame on himself, and I don't put any blame on myself either. It was unavoidable. Even if the right-hand lane would have been open, I don't know if I'd have reacted in time to get there. So yeah, there you go. That was my driving lesson story. No, Ollie, you're not going to be demodded. If you weren't here, who would do all the modding? You mod everybody, it seems. But you know, this isn't just a one mod stream. If anybody else wanted to do it in the future, you'd be more than welcome. If anybody wanted to ghost, you'd be more than welcome. Oh no, Harvey, it's a banger, innit? I've been saving this for a good time. worry, that's not it's not even my wife's favourite me story. I only need to say a couple of words to her and she'll start pissing herself laughing. But no, yeah, thankfully everybody was okay. And even better, it managed to eat up kind of 10 minutes of the stream time, and it meant that I didn't have silence, which is also nice, because that's the thing with me, I always tend to think I'm going to end up saying nothing. So if in future I stream something else with actual sounds, that'd be, not with sound, but with voice acting, that'd be even better. Harvey, this is a new bridge as well. It's literally a new bridge that we've had installed 6 months ago. No, hang on, a year ago. And 10 million quid it cost. It fucking fell apart before it even started. Oh, don't want to go down there yet. Oh, I have to. Oh well. Don't want to piss this guy off. See, I'm not talking. This is not just me putting myself down, but I can't do this. I do not know how to. Yeah, the one right next to the train station, they've taken the old one down, the red one that you used to be able to bounce up and down on, and put a new kind of glass and metal bridge in. Looks great. Not in one piece. Oh yeah, sorry for all of you that don't know, Harvey and I live in the same county. We live in God's county. We live in the Shire. What about E for 1? What about it? Oh, you mean voice acting? I do want to stream E for 1. I told you I have downloaded it. It is on my PlayStation, ready to go. See, I wasn't paying attention to what the dude was saying. Charge, okay, I'm going. What did I do? What? Harvey, you are shitting me. We cannot be winning. How? How? Who scored? What? A Matty? Oh, my days. Okay. Cool. Oh, I did manage to get involved. See, I can never... It doesn't tell you which buttons to press to match up with the rest of the crew. So the TV producer gets a bit pissed off. But we do get an item out of it. We get a grenade. And depending on how well you do and how well the TV ratings go, you get a different item. You can get a pretty decent weapon from doing that if you can do it properly. But as I say, I have never, ever, ever been able to do that. Oh, blow me down. United are actually winning a game. Do you know if away goals count? Because if they do, then we're still screwed. We'd have to win. We'd have to score 3. Adam jumped in there ahead of me. Well done. Thank you. Jinx. No, good timing. We're on the same wavelength, you and I. Hey, Sir Axis. Oh, and Jimmy off TV. Thank you for following. I owe you both a pint. Adam, you can have Coke. That is fine. No, you can take that however you want it. But if you want a Coke story, I've got a Coke story too. So again, if anybody's seen the remake trailers, you probably noticed the guy in the green coat, Heidegger. He's been in them. With the infamous laugh, the yakhahaha, the second most infamous, actually no, the third most infamous Final Fantasy laugh now. Ollie, I do need to make pints, but I don't think I can be handing out 460 odd pints in one go. Are they like Houdini pints or something? And again, we don't need to worry about it yet. I'd have to hit 50 followers to get there, which is going to be a little way away. But everybody that has followed and everybody that's watching the stream, I thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I just did this for fun, and it's a really good excuse to play this game again. So to have you all here and to keep you company, and hopefully for me to keep you company, no, I really appreciate it. For those of you that were wondering why it's the third most infamous laugh, there's also the laughing scene from 10, and if anybody's played FF6, there's also Kefka's laugh. Who cares? Who cares? It's the Shinra. Excuse me, just going to need to take a drink again. A swig of water for the working man. I'll keep drilling you until it's time. Phrasing. Actually, that's an idea. We're gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to sort out a phrasing emoji, and we'll just be able to throw that up anytime it comes up. In fact, I'm copywriting that. That's my idea. You heard it here first. My idea. Hey, Lucasol, thanks for joining me on the bus. I am Lawman. I am raising the phrasing game tonight. I don't even know if you were here for the dolphin comment. Oh, I remember this, so yes, we're going to do another parade. And at the end of June on. Thanks for the hosting, Lawman. Thank you very much. I'm not in a position to hand out the, whatever we're calling, the Houdini pints or whatever they're going to be, but if and when I reach 50, you'll have to remind me about that. The first to host. So it was helpful having Twitch up on my laptop as well. Oh, rubbish. I wasn't supposed to put not yet. Sorry, sorry people. You have to watch it do it again. There is one bit, I think we might have already gone past it, where Cloud starts putting the uniform on and he just says about how much he hates putting on and how much pride he used to have by doing it the first time. I've got it mate. And I kind of think that of when with the job that I used to do, I got the same situation. There just came a point where I put the uniform on and it's like, well, I remember putting this on and being so happy, and now it makes me so miserable. And my advice is, if that happens to you, leave. That's what I did. I know, I wasn't paying attention. I'm too busy paying attention to you guys, to be honest, and I'd rather do it this way around. Just so you get... Actually, is it the better way around? Would you rather see the game? You'd probably rather see the game than have my conversation, I'd imagine. Like, there should be a safe one. Only take a sec. Yes, Ali, Houdini pints maybe? I don't know, somebody cleverer than I will be able to work it out and think of something catchy and fun. In fact, you're good at that. And speaking of pints, we should go to the pub. So you can see Rude there. We're going to follow him in a bit. First we're going to see this guy that looks an awful lot like Palmer. Got that. We're going to see, I'm a bit of a collector. Even if I don't need most of these materials, you might need the revive one. Even if you don't need all these materials, I like having one of everything. But we are going to use the material. I can't give it to her yet. Also phrasing. We're going to give the life materia to our healer, which at the moment is Eris. Now, see, this is the good thing about doing the grinding before I start the stream, is that I have all the money to spend, so I can get all these updated weapons. So we've got rid of the Buster Sword. And again, the good thing is when you equip new weapons to your characters in the battle menu, actually they show up. If Dion's still here, he'll like the fact that there's a boomerang there already prepared for your feet. Because that's his girl. Oh, boom, Harvey. Boom. You need to raise your game, Molly. So Rude doesn't realise who he's talking to. Should say, oh, it's just the bar. There's some place, it might be in Wutai, where it's the Turks bar. I can't remember where it is. But yeah, Stevie Artois, even though I'm not a massive fan of Stella, that is a shout. The soldier. Right, let's get to 10. Not that we need most of these things, but there you go. A slight OCD. I can see what you guys are saying about the Twitch interface. Having it up on the laptop is really helpful. I didn't do it when I streamed on YouTube, but I can see it a little bit more now. I can tell how long I've been going for all the time. I can see who's here and who's not. I know it all. Come right in. Thank you very much. Oh, this is the Turk. Is this the Turks bar? That's the respectable inn. Hey, you gotta have those tranquilizers. If there's no items to be had, which there is, but I don't need it. We don't need to know any of this. You got nothing to teach me, bro. Yeah, I like to have multiples of 10 of each item, as long as I can afford it. Until we get to 99, obviously, and then it's capped. So again, anybody that's played this, tell me if you get 1/35 for the soldier. What the hell's that for? So, Lawman, you sound like you're speaking from experience there. Are you outing yourself? I know you're not, I know. But who here has been to Glasgow? And if so, who did you see? I know Nick's not here, but I know Nick's, like myself, has been to Reading. That's the good way to do it, Lawman. Been to Glasgow, no drugs. Although, to be fair, any time we go to a festival, you will have weed in your system just by proximity to it. Ollie, I'm the same. It's either 5 or 10 for me. 5 or 10. That's okay, Tiny. If I knew you looking after Nintendo Man. This is the Turks bar. There we go. Finally reached it. Not that we actually need to be in here. It's just I like to come have a mess around. Well, it says how old I am, Adam, in that I went to Leeds in 2002, and then did Reading, in 2008 and 9, and me and my friends, when we went to Reading in 2009, we said that we weren't going to go back probably the year after just because we felt old then. A long time ago. But the 2008 version, that's the best festival I've been to. That was incredible. Forget it. Don't need to rest, do we? No. It's probably been looking at. I was telling Tiny yesterday that I had. If anybody remembers the game Pepsi Man, I had the song from that stuck in my head on Sunday, and then eventually I just started wandering around the house singing it, and then eventually, because they were streaming, I started wandering around the house singing Nintendo Man. Tiny, you're younger than I am, so you're the young one. I'm the old one. Finally, thank you, Harkness. There is somebody that remembers Pepsi Man. So yeah, I was just walking around the house the other day thinking, Nintendo Man! And then doing the little jig afterwards. Don't really need those accessories, but we'll take them just in case. There is only one Oliver Bath. And you can take that as a good thing or bad thing. I would say it's a good thing. But for the right reasons, Ollie. For the right reasons. can we get to that source? Yes, we can. It follows the rest of my life, Tiny, that I was a morning child. I was born at 7 in the morning our time, and then that kind of... You just stop calling me a dweeb. What have I done? God, the hate is real. Ollie, I just meant it as if there were more of you, then other people would get your... I was about to say greatness, but let's not inflate your ego too much. And then it wouldn't be exclusive to us. That's how I meant it. I know it didn't come across like that, so I'm sorry. I know you're only playing. If it was actual hate, then the claw marks would extend. Okay, so we're going to do the second little parade here. So this one I can actually do, although I could mess it up. So we'll see how we go. I completely missed 301 Club, even though it's on the screen. Oop. Yeah, completely wrong. Timing shit, sorry. There we go. So again, I was paying attention to you guys and not to what I was actually supposed to be doing. But actually playing this again has made me realise how many little mini games there are along the way. I didn't think that there were this many. See, I am the older one. It all counts the same though. On your birth certificate it still says the same day, which I still find absolutely mad. Honestly, you're 1.5 Olivers. Is that now a unit of measurement? Well, don't worry, it's over now. So that probably makes me, what, about 1.8, 1.9 Olivers? I suppose at that point I could turn around and say, I am twice the man that Oliver Bath is. Boom. Oh, Lummin, have you got puppers yet? Or are you still waiting? Say again, have you got your puppy yet? Ollie, you are over 18, you should be a man. Okay, cool. Are you all ready to get him? Or her? Her, isn't it? It's Lola. So cool, you're all prepared then. So we've almost done everything that I had expectations for from this stream. There's just a bit on the ship before we reach Costa del Sol, so it looks like we're going to get bonus stuff. We might even reach North Coral. Look at those graphics. Right, let's not that one, this one. So basically the parties spread themselves throughout the ship. We have to go and find them all to begin with. 420. 420. Again, I'm not in the over 50s club yet, so I can't start handing out Houdini pints or Stevie Artois. Or maybe what we should do is, when I say I owe you a pint, I owe you a Stevie Artois for following me, and then it's Houdini pints afterwards. I don't know. Hey Lawman, you started calling it the over 50s club. I'm just following your lead, friend. Oh, I was just mean to Eris. That's not a shame. So basically in this ship we have to speak to the right people in the right order. And of course, because this is me, I can't remember which order it is, but there we go. Spoilers. Spoilers, Lawman. Well, I can't take any credit. You can, I think it's, well, you can definitely credit Harvey, and I think Ollie too. It is a club, and there are 5 members, and hopefully at some point you'll have other people be included in your club. Everyone is in the Access Army. We were saying that earlier, to be fair. Part of the strength, I think, of the community is that it's so welcoming. Especially now that we've got Chris doing the spiel. For a second I read that and I thought, oh, that's nice for somebody to say, and then I realised it was you crediting yourself. It's not a tumour. We don't need any of that. I have to say my favourite spiel was when I think it was Tiny and Quick were streaming Bloodborne, and I just popped out for a sec to check, just have a look at what's going on in Discord, and I managed to time it just so well that somebody had just arrived. And of course there was the day I had to do 3 all on the same day. So anyone knows Red 13 in the game? This is him trying to act like a human. And I'm still waiting to see what he looks like in the remake. Well, we all are, I suppose, if he's going to be in this part of the game at all. He should be. He's part of the Midgar story. Righty, so I need to move this guy out of the way. So I think after speaking to everybody upstairs, I need to go back down here. Oh, no. That was bright. Oh, well, you know, if somebody enters the Access Army, always want to greet them. And I'd say, thankfully, Chris has been really good about doing it recently. He did one today as well. Yeah, because of the popularity of the army, I have to start thinking them in advance now, and then just posting them when I can. There we go, we got rid of him. So now we can speak to Barrett. Look at the sailor uniform. Anybody that came to, I think it was the second episode where we did cross-dressing cloud. Does this beat it? Yeah, Adam, when I only joined the Discord maybe end of November, beginning of December, and there were 38 people in there now, so I know to see it a couple of months later being over 100, it's like, whoa, it blows up. There's somebody joining every day, which is fantastic. Hey Longman, whatever floats a boat. Just here for the entertainment. And it's not us. Get a fast spiky butt and let's go. That's just his angry animation. He's so angry he can't contain himself. Well, it's so you can. I know we're here as advocates, but not obviously representatives for access. But yeah, it's been so good to see the Discord blow up over the past couple of months. And say it's a credit to Jarvis and Tiny for the work that they've put in. Sephiroth. Right, okay, I'll leave it up to the chat. Who do you want in the party? I can pick 2 of the 4. You have done an amazing job. Again, all I can say is it's really helped me out. Obviously, I left my job in September, and then I used to look forward to the access streams the live streams every Monday and Thursday, just so I get a chance to chat to different people every week. And now I can do it every day. It's brilliant. Really helped me out. So thank you guys for the little community that you've created. The nicest part of the internet. Although I shouldn't say that, because nice is a swear word in our house. Take the compliment. Take the compliment. We all appreciate it. I will speak for everybody as I'm the one with the mic. Lawman, I can only pick 2. I've got to. Oh, actually, yeah, I've got to have Cloud. So I tell you, I'll pick Tifa, and then you can pick one of the 3. Excuse me. Cool. Okay then, Tifa and Nanaki. Also means I've got to sort out all the materia, so I beg your pardon for a sec. I have to sort out which characters get which spells, because spoilers, we're about to have a boss fight. He who has the mic has the power. Well, it's okay. I'm only streaming for another half an hour, and I will cede the power to yourself, Tiny, so that we can be entertained. And then you can say to people, are you not entertained? Arrange. Ice, lightning. Oh, well, we don't need that anymore. Christ. That was easy. I forgot I did that. It is Flamingo and Chill this evening. And as always, I am sure that you are more than welcome to attend. We'll go with that. And if it all goes tits up, then at least I have saved. Won't have to do it all again. Look, everybody's dead. They're all dead, Dave. Everybody's dead. So we're just going to sneak up here and open. What's in the box? One of those, which again is for Yuppie later on. And typically we've got a fight now, and I didn't really want one, but there you go. Should really be over leveled for here, but there we go. Tony, you missed a trick there. I thought you were claiming cake. Well, Norman, all I can say is it's only a 30-second ad. It's more, yeah, it's perfectly acceptable to have a 30-second ad for a 2-hour stream or more. It's absolutely fine. But tits up, you can borrow that. I'm just glad that it translates from English to American. Yes, Norman, it would be great if you could have your smorgasbord of voices. And for anybody that doesn't know what I'm referencing, please check out the Hatterful Boyfriend stream that Lawman did. There you go, some free advertising as well. We'll save our limit break for the boss. I enjoyed it. I liked that stream. Although, to be fair, I do try and watch everybody's streams. So, for example, when I went out a couple of nights ago and having to leave Sadie's stream, I still went back and watched the second half of it, and then I watched Quick Hatch's stream yesterday. Which, yeah. So I do. If anybody out there is streaming and I don't get to see it live, I will catch up eventually. And it's not Sephiroth, you moron. The time has come. I did like Pigeon Snake as well. And even though that looks like Sephiroth, that's not Sephiroth either. Cuckoo. That makes me think of the Bond villain. Whose is the wick here? Oh yes, this music's fantastic too. You know, I was actually going to send Greg a text message today, saying that I was only playing. I wasn't actually expecting him to do the wiki. Is that actually going to be a thing then? Am I actually supposed to be doing this? Oh god, this music's so good! So good. Oh yeah! Channeling my inner Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah! Ollie, you're doing uni right. That's what it's for. I spend a lot of my uni time drinking and playing games. And then more drinking. Should have paid attention to the health, really. Too busy having fun and quoting Randy Savage. Burning yes, this is my favourite FF. It is top of my rankings. I think part of that might be because it's not for the gameplay, obviously, or for the graphics, but partly because it was the first one that I played, I think. But also the story is phenomenal. But yes, I've played. Which ones have I played? I've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 13, 14, 15, I played 10-2, I played 13-2, I played Dirge of Cerberus, I played Type 0, I have played World of Final Fantasy. I've played a lot, as you can now tell. And if anybody wants to see my rankings of the main story, I sent them to Quick Hatch to troll him about his love for Final Fantasy VIII, which he's very much entitled to, but he's wrong. Well, Tiny, that might be a story for another time. That might be a story for about half an hour's time. Well, if we are going to have a wiki, I definitely want to take the credit for that. That was my idea. So, once upon a time, my stupid, broken brain does actually work. Okay, so for those of you that haven't been paying attention, me included, to the actual story, Cloud's going to try and do a bit of Basil exposition for us. But don't interrupt him while he's explaining, otherwise there'll be trouble. Oh, I will. It's only half an hour away. If Ollie and Harvey can remind me to tell the car story, then I can remind you in half an hour's time to tell the marching uniform story and the prison riot story. Okay, Adam, thank you very much for popping in. I really appreciate it. Kick ass at football. So, Boneycam, this is actually the 6th version of this game that I've bought. I bought it twice for PS1. I bought it for PS3. I've obviously bought it for PS4. I bought it on iOS, and I bought it on Steam as well. Okay, Tony, that makes more sense now. But again, going through my book of notes, which I helpfully have right next to me, I can tell you that 8 was 7th on my rankings, because it's in here, because I knew somebody was going to ask when I first started doing these streams. Yeah, I have 8th. Sorry, I have FF8 7th in my ranking. So there you go. We want that Ifrit materia, and we want a Junior Rocket Birdman the hell out of here. Now, I'm sure, Tanya, if you went to the United States Military Academy, the drinking stories you could tell. Hey, Hannah. Thank you for following. I owe you a pint. I owe you a Stevie Artois. Hang on, I just realised Stella's kind of expensive. I am. My wallet is fucked. Can I borrow a tenner from somebody? So look at this, an hour and a half in, and I've actually got further than I thought I was gonna. It's not disturbing. I owe people that follow a pint. I still it's at my parents' house, but I've still got my original PS1 copy. It's the I think it's the black version, but I've got my copies of Origins, Anthology 6, 7, 8 and 9, and I've still got a bucket load of PS2 games there too as well. Well, you can. It's not intended to be. It's not intended to be a euphemism. Tiny, if I send you a cake, it will have to be delivered, and I'm sure it will dry out during transportation. So apparently they're talking about Barrett's sailor suit now. That's amazing. And again, for anybody that doesn't know, I did put a picture up on Twitter the other way about the triple layer chocolate cake that I made last year, which was incredible. It was so good that people at the place that I was working at the time that don't eat cake had multiple pieces. So there are plenty of things that I can't do, but apparently I can make a good cake. would you kindly hurry? Okay, we'll let it play for a sec then. We'll check up on the chat. Oh, we had over 500 comments. Again, everybody, thank you so much. Why shouldn't we talk about cake? What's wrong with cake, Vlad? Don't cast aspersions on my good friend GLaDOS. As I say every time, she's such a sweetheart. Leave her alone. Don't provoke her. It's not her fault. She just wants to test. It's not her fault. Well, if you're lucky, if you come to EGX, there might be cake coming. Actually, I was thinking about EGX the other day, and I know Sadie's spoken about getting like a block booking for a hotel. People, if it has to be me, that's fine, but people need to bring PS4s for LAN parties. It's a necessity. We need to do party games in the flesh, so to speak. And again, I'm claiming that as an idea as well. That's mine. I know, GLaDOS, she's a honey. She's such a sweetie. Don't worry, Lorman, I just appreciate that you dropped in the first place. I appreciate it. What do we like? Do we like fair complexions or a healthy tan? I don't really think it matters, to be honest, mate. We'll go over tan, hey. I suppose it depends on how many people are intending to go. But I suppose until I know, but until EGX actually released the date of it, we won't really know. This is all just it's in the E for 1 at the moment, isn't it? Yep, LAN parties would be awesome. I've not done one of those in a very, very long time, since uni. I think we even needed a multi-tap in those days. Oh, hang on. For some games, I know we definitely needed a multi-tap for Pro Evo. But then we also played a lot of Mario Kart Double Dash. In fact, one of my favourite times at uni is getting in after a night out, maybe like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then 4 of us playing Mario Kart Double Dash, 9 laps per race, first one to 100 wins, and it came down, it was a dead heat, 99 all between 4 of us, and last race, it wasn't me, I didn't win, but yeah, it came down to that. It must have been hours we were playing that game, but fantastic night. Man, I sometimes miss those days. I wouldn't want to go back to being the person that I was then, but I do miss some of the hijinks and the tomfoolery that we got up to. Although you say that, Tanya, but I'm impressed that none of you can hear me snore from wherever it is that you live. I have very, very healthy lungs. That'd be great, Hannah, if you and Norman could attend. I think, just like with the Access Army, the more the merrier. The bigger the better. Excuse me. They are the best kind of party, but you realise that somebody's going to have to be the sensible one. Probably Jarvis, because she doesn't drink. Oh, Time Splitters, that's an amazing game. Amazing game. That is top tier. So, I mean, it's one of those games that everybody that played it loves it, but it's just kind of gone under the radar and that not everybody knows about it. But yeah, that's a cracking game. There's loads of those PS2 games that went under the radar. I mean, I know Akami's had a remake and Ico had a remake, but I got those on the PS2 and played them at uni. Nobody knew what the hell they were. Even stuff like Beautiful Joe, which I bought and then didn't end up playing much of. Had all these games that people didn't really know. Now, unfortunately, we can't buy this beach house yet because you need 1 million gil for it, and I'm not going to go grinding that much. Yes, Ollie, the bigger the best. The bigger the better, yes. So I reckon we've got about just under 20 minutes left until it's time for Flamingo and Chill. We'll do this little bit of Costa del Sol, and then when I get onto the world map we'll call it and raid Tiny if I know how to do it, which I don't, but I will try. So I assume that the young Flamingo is setting up her stream for us all. Again, I will leave this up to you guys. Oh, he's not there. Okay, we won't do it yet. Maybe afterwards. I have a choice for you in a bit. Oh, it's because he's in the party. That's why. I had 13 as well. Do you not think that's kind of the spiritual precursor to Borderlands Helpless? Now, 13 was great. I didn't. Again, one of those games I didn't finish. I really didn't finish a lot of games at uni. I played a lot, but just didn't finish them. But again, I think I still own it. And now I'm thinking I need to go and watch. There's probably somebody that's done a 13 movie on and stuck it up on YouTube. I need to go and watch that. Oh, hang on. I saw your eye drops. What's getting a remake? 13 or Time Splitters? Either way, I'm in for it. That's fine. we'll play it cool. We'll say Hojo. Oh, I'd love to see a 13 remake. Speaking of 13 remakes, I still want FF13 to get not a remake but a port to PS4 or PS5, please. I don't own my PS3 anymore. I made the mistake of gifting it to my foster brother-in-law, and then he promptly sold it. Bastard. Only a small bit of resentment there. Oh, hang on, Eris, quoting Star Wars. Ollie's he going to get the Wrath of Bath this evening? I know, right? He tends to do that. My in-laws bought him a car. Well, no, they didn't buy him a car. They gifted him a little Micra when he passed his driving test. And he's talking about selling it. Although, to be fair, if he's going to pay for upgrading to a better car, I suppose that's fair enough. Well, you should unleash the Wrath of Bath. Oh, I got it. There we go, that's better. I was getting cramp again. This house is hotter than hell at the moment. Although that's to be fair, it's because my wife's always cold. She's the person that thought that having the heating on 27 was for room temperature. So again, most people, I don't know if anybody or many people know this game, but in my opinion, this guy, Professor Hojo, he's the most evil character in the game. I know he's not famous at all, but he is far more evil than Sephiroth could ever be. This could be interesting. So this is the introduction of the reunion. And this, again, I love this game so much. No, she is always cold. She is always cold. I shouldn't. If you want to be outing her because of the room temperature thing, it's only an isolated incident. She's far cleverer than I could ever hope to be. She's a solicitor too. Are you stirring the pot though? Because she doesn't watch the stream. She doesn't know what I get up to. Ha 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 ha. Gotta head west. Righty. Yes, that's really the mark of an intellectual. You'd think if you were baking hot, the sign of an intellectual would be to take the damn thing off or go somewhere colder. Right, we need to change party. So I need to come out of Costa del Sol and go back in. And the reason will become clear now. Anybody that's played this game before, do you want me to kick the football? It's a simple yes or no. If you say no, I won't, and if you say yes, then I will. Okay, well Vlad has said yes, so of course I'm going to kick it. Poor Red 13. But look at the power. There you go, that's for you. He's going to get his own back, don't worry. You know, you guys surprise me. Usually, you'd be all about protecting... I suppose he's not really a dog, but you'd be all over protecting the puppers. We'll keep Eris in the team, what the hell. We'll go wandering off towards Coral. We'll save first. So while I've got your attention, attention. Any advice for me? I'm always up for constructive criticism. Drink more water? Why do I sound really hoarse? Or is it that you can just hear me drinking it? Thanks, Ali, you used my words against me. And I know at least you'll get that reference, you'll know where that's from. But I find it a good motto to live by. Well, even though I'm now allowed, after last year's ban, I am now allowed to drink fizzy drinks again. I've been pretty good about staying off them and sticking on the water. It's helping to lose the weight, which is also good because it's coming off. Those 10k runs help, I suppose, but eating, I know what I posted last night about my multiple takeaways doesn't help, but I'm still losing weight overall, and I'm happy with that. It's like over £30 over the past 6 months, so yeah, really pleased with it. Just got to carry on the good work, and I got a 10k in Shrewsbury coming up in March, so there's something to aim for. Target is to do it in under an hour. We'll see how that goes. No, Bennicam, the thanks goes to you guys for turning up. I can play this game at any point, but having somebody to talk to is really helpful for me. Everybody that's following and paying attention. Yeah, thanks very much. So how much we got? We got Tiny. If you're there, are you ready for your stream, or do you want me to carry on for another 10 minutes? Bennicam, if you want to get involved in the army, do what you do now. Come to the streams, get involved in the chat. If you want to do streams, do them. I think everybody's really good about encouraging everybody. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Now that we have a little bit more space on the schedule, because yeah, join Discord, put tracks on the Spotify playlist, talk to us on Twitter, come to the live streams that PlayStation Access do. Everybody's welcome. And yes, if you want to stream, there's space in our schedule for Access Army TV. Now that all our affiliates are separate entities, I will be there to greet you, hopefully. If you want to ghost, you can do. If you want to ghost somebody's stream, if you want people to ghost on your stream, if you want people to help out, I think generally somebody's always going to be around. Actually, now that I've thought about it, if anybody hasn't already done so, if anybody's free to ghost for Lithosil on Friday, I know that they were looking for somebody to ghost them, so again, if anybody could do that, that would be grand. I know, Vlad, I'm just thinking now whether it's worth me doing anything further in the game, because we've only got a few minutes left, and I don't think I'll be able to reach Coral in time. Although I suppose I could always just pause it while we all head off to Tiny's stream instead. We need an audible spiel still. Okay, but I haven't thought of anything. My brain doesn't work that way. It always works better with the written word. My vocabulary is always better as well. Although I still think I earned a lawman point yesterday for introducing iambic pentameter into his stream. I can recycle. I'll need to have a look on the Discord about what I've done, and that'd take ages. I'd have to go all the way back. It'd be something, I don't know, like the 5 justice points. I will quite happily take those points, thank you. It'd just be something like, I don't know, the table set, the place is set for you at the table. Your favourite drink is on the table, your favourite meal's in the oven, get comfy. It's not going to be a bumpy ride, we've got your back. Enjoy. Oh, so if anybody knew, I could have just done the theme music from Cheers. I think that would have worked just as well. You're bleaching remotes. Oh, that's plenty late. Myself, I've got to listen to this back, I suppose, tomorrow morning just to see how the sound was. To say this is a completely different setup for me, not just using Twitch rather than YouTube. So again, if anybody wants to view all the past streams, they're all going to be up on YouTube, although I can't tell you how to get there yet. Just search my name, Stephen Downton, in YouTube, and I'm sure you'll come to it. There's a picture of me looking goofy with a 77. But I will be streaming from Twitch now, and obviously this is all new, using the Twitch, and also actually using a physical mic rather than a headset is all different. But so I've had this mic for a year, probably more than that actually, because a friend and I were going to do a podcast, and then he backed out after I'd bought the equipment for it, which was great. Thanks very much. So I still have this Blue Yeti mic. So I thought, well, I might as well use it and be productive rather than the headset. Right, we got time for 5 more comments to get to 600. I know, Ollie. You tell me about it. I did all work for it as well. I did a not a trial. I suppose yeah, I did. I did a pilot episode for and sent it to the guy. Did all this work. Said this is what we could do. We could do this, 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 and this, and this. And at that point, then he said, "I was like, oh, you couldn't have said it like a week ago when I hadn't done any work for it." But there you go. You live and learn. It's not that big of a deal. He's still like one of my best friends. I'm not gonna, it's not that important. I just thought, because I don't get to see my friends all the time, that would be a good way for us to see each other more. That was the idea behind it. Have a drink, have a chat about something that we like for a couple of hours. And if we're going to have a chat, might as well record it. That's kind of the thing with the streams that we do. If I'm going to play games, I might as well share some time with you all. Yeah, it worked out in the end. I got to spend my time with you guys. My new colleagues. Thanks, Rosie. You can have the credit for that one. Oh, I should have used Quake. Never. Is everybody going to be popping over to watch Flamingo and chill later? Or have you all got things to be doing? Oh, actually, we got a new limit break, didn't we, for Tifa? We're going to lose the one that we've got, but might as well set it to that, because hers, or they work together. Oh, look at that. We've got a save point at about 2 hours. There you go. So we will try and... I won't cut the stream off just because you're all here. But when Tiny is ready, we will head out. We will just have a bit of a chat for a few minutes while she gets herself set up. Excuse me, swig of water for the working man, as you want to keep me hydrated. That's the great thing about having the mic. I can just back away, turn around, have a drink, and hopefully you didn't hear it that much. Okay, Tony, you just let me know when you're ready. And I do have a Twitch up on my computer, so we'll be able to hopefully be able to raid you, fingers crossed. And if not, then we'll just make our own way there. So yeah, I'll just chat for a couple of minutes while we're setting up. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody that's come along, everybody that's here and that's been here. Thank you very much. Thank you for every one of you, every single one of you that's followed the stream as well. I say I owe you all a pint, it seems. But yeah, I generally stream on a Wednesday. I try and keep the same time slot at 7:30, and I like to sometimes stream on a Tuesday. I suppose it depends on my schedule. I like to get it sorted and settled around everybody else as well, so I'm not overlapping what they do too. So yeah, if I get some sort of schedule set down, but yeah, generally I will stream FF7 on a Wednesday night, and then I'll do other assorted hijinks on different days. So I like to do Tuesday. I probably won't be doing what we did for Crash Bandicoot and doing a 3-hour stream and just try and finish a game in one go. But there are other games I know Tiny wants me to play for one, so I'll try and get that set up at some point too. I'd like to probably do something on a Saturday. That's the day that I don't have to do anything. But yeah, there you go. So again, if you don't follow anybody else that's in the Access Army, I encourage you to do so. We've got Quick Hatch, we have Daddy Lawman, we have Tiny Flamingo, we have Jarvis Sensei, we have Naomi, which what's her name? Is it Naomi _ the Unicorn Princess? I'd encourage everybody to check out Dion's streams from the past, which is It's D. Who am I forgetting? I'm missing somebody, and I'm going to be really annoyed. Oh, Emma, Lay Lycanthrope. I know she was going to stream later today, but she's not feeling it. But she's still done some in the past, so I would encourage. Anyway, I think her streams are up on YouTube, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. Obviously, follow PlayStation Access. Yes, give them as much support as you can. So go to their streams. Again, I'd just like to highlight Jarvis's Sunday Fun Day 12-hour stream that she's doing in a couple of weeks. Again, so if anybody's capable, please donate something to Cancer Research UK. That would be grand. Anything and everything will help. It all adds up in the end. So yeah, any kind of support that you can provide would be grand. And again, just if the rules for my channel came up when you entered, just be good to each other and have fun. That's all we can ask. The community is so supportive and so good. Don't really want anybody to come in and spoil it. So yeah, just keep doing whatever you're doing. It's all really positive. Alrighty. That was my spiel. I will end this properly. Okay, it looks like we have the capability of moving over. So I'm going to end this and say and remind you, as always, that these streams, they're not for honour, but they're for you. I'm still here, don't worry. You just get to listen to more FF7 music. And why wouldn't you want to? Oh, let's remind Tiny for story. I said it was only half an hour, and I forget, I didn't forget. Hello. Yes, Ollie, you got there. Okay, cool. So we should be able to go and see Tiny then now. Well, Tiny, I pressed raid and it didn't come up, so we might have to get there organically and just pretend that it was a raid.